Okay, so that's obviously one of your strategic strengths, the fact that you guys have a very good design team. How is that department run? Where does all the creative input come in from?
That's a great question. The creative input, how it happens is that the domestic sales manager will make an interpretation of what she thinks is going to be selling in the market, or what she interprets what people actually want. From there, the creative department gives her kind of like a swatch of colors and models to choose from. And then from there, the domestic sales manager will take a look at the swatch and pick out which one she thinks can sell in the market.
Yeah, but on the basis of what? Does she actually go and talk to?
From her own understanding of the market, which means talking to her salespeople, talking to maybe some distributors in the area.
Okay. Does she ever go and talk to interior designers and architects and whatnot? Does she sort of keep on track of what the international trends are in terms of styles?
She does go to the international shows annually, just to see what type of new products are coming out. Right? So there is research on that part. But in terms of talking with the architects, designers, and project people, that's more left actually up to the salespeople.
Okay.
So the salespeople will float up all information that's pertinent to the decision making to the sales manager. The sales manager picks out whatever she likes. From there, international sales will pick out whatever they like within that group. So international sales currently right now has less priority on picking which ones they like. Right? So what happens, for example, is that domestic, they'll pick out 1, 2, and 3, and then international, out of 1, 2, and 3, they'll be able to pick, or they can pick all 3 of those if they like. But they don't have the right to pick any of the first batch that creative department has to actually do.
And in terms of sourcing artists and designers and all of that jazz, what's the protocol?
That's actually up to the creative manager to pick whatever is deemed necessary in terms of. So that's kind of like something that we can't really quantify. It's just more of a qualification of if she believes that this is the right person that can do this job, or she believes that this artistic style is going to be good, or can be sold in the market.
Okay, so I mean, in stark contrast to the rest of the company, the creative director actually has space to operate on her own terms. Like, she's free to make her decisions in terms of bringing on staff.
The reason why that is because that's Landry's brainchild. So Landry came up with the concept of having a creative department to drive new concepts forward. I'm sorry, this is called the concepts department. It's concept/creative department. So concepts is in charge of trying to come out with new ideas, trying to come out with new product ideas, and they help out with designing catalogs and whatnot too.
Very cool. A couple quick questions to finish off. Are there any strategies that management is implementing at the moment to attract new investors, to infuse some more cash into the company?
I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is I believe that Albert is set in having this wholly owned as pretty much like a family business.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I don't know. In terms of loans, there might be loans on the table. I'm not sure about that either.
And talk a little bit about the target market being middle and upper class individuals that want to maybe refurnish their homes or whatever, but are you currently also working with sort of construction companies in sort of providing tiles for hotels, resorts, apartment blocks?
Yes, we are. But there is one problem with that, is that sometimes we lose bids with these construction projects because we don't subscribe to bribing. or bribery. And that's why sometimes you lose bids. There's an unwritten rule within MDC that we don't subscribe to bribery, and we don't do it.
Right.
And sometimes that might affect the bottom line.
Absolutely. And does that hurt in retaining customers?
It could, yeah. It has.
That's what the Chinese call guangxi. It's not what you know, it's who you know. All right, John. Well, I think we're good at the moment. If there's anything else that we might need, in a week or two, we'll just drop you an email.
Cool. I'm so sorry that I don't have like evidence for you or numbers or anything like that, but I can describe to you as best I can.